We have some major updates of mixed martial arts, starting with the news. Coach Javier Mendez shares how Khabib watched Brock Lesnar fight against Cain Velasquez in front of Velasquez himself.
He shuts up and trains and learns.
Look what he's gonna do now. Get up, Cain. Coach, 2010, I have no K, okay? And I don't have memory there. I delete everything and I download this fight exactly. And I watch this fight maybe 100 times, 200 times.
That's all? 100?
Boom, boom. No. Look at this. Stop. Now, Cain Velasquez. Be nice, Cain. Be nice. Coach, be nice. Be nice. Heavyweight champion of the world. First ever Mexican heavyweight champion, right? I'm proud of him.
Of course, we're all proud of him.
Honestly, it was a very big fight, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
Because Brock Lesnar is a huge name. Now tell me your feeling here. Tell me your feeling. Yeah, now. Okay. Tell me. Hey, open. Look at this guy, Coach.
No, after, as soon as I won, then it was good. Here's
No. Tell me your feeling. Yeah.
I started crying?
You cry?
I don't remember. I think he's lying. I think he's lying.
Tom Aspinall sent a bold message to Jon Jones. The MMA community is currently criticizing Jon Jones a lot for avoiding a fight with Aspinall. Amidst this, a statement has emerged from Tom Aspinall. Aspinall stated that if Jones wins his upcoming fight against Stipe Miocic in November, Aspinall will be watching closely from the front row. Aspinall then playfully but boldly asked Jones to hand him the championship belt as he walks by, indicating that Aspinall believes he should be the next one to fight for the title and is ready to prove himself.
Jon Jones, I know you got your fight coming up. Apparently it's in November against Stipe Miocic. Nothing has been announced or signed yet as far as I'm aware. But if that does happen, I'll be there. I'll be ready to jump in with either of you guys for the undisputed title if one of you is going to pull out. But if you successfully defend against Stipe in November, I will be there in the crowd. I'll be there front row. I want you to hand me the undisputed title as you walk past me, please. Thank you.
Tom Aspinall also has a few words for Stipe Miocic.
These are just rumours at this point. There's a lot of talk, but there's nothing announced yet. These are all rumours. I'm hearing rumours that Stipe is potentially injured. These are stuff that I'm hearing from inner circles. Stipe, I believe his birthday was yesterday actually. I see, and he's 42 years old. The guy's going to be injury prone. Jon Jones, a million miles on the clock. He's going to be injury prone. Me, I'm ready to go, man. I'm not even in my prime yet. I'm hungry for it, man. I'm not sure these two guys are, but I am. And I'll fight either of them for the undisputed title on any notice. I'm ready.
Sean O'Malley reveals he's no longer a fan of McGregor. O'Malley has recently shown interest in fighting Conor McGregor once more. He said, "When your idols turn into rivals, it's a real thing, and I've always praised him. Even when he took a couple of shots at me, I was like, God, I tried to hate Conor, but I couldn't. Right now, not a huge fan of Conor. We are not on great terms."
Like, Conor could still come back, fight Chandler, and do big numbers, but it's like, how many more losses? It's almost impressive, I mean, losses he can do to keep coming back and get people's attention. But, you know, speaking of big fights, that's a fight I wouldn't mind. I don't really call out big guys at 155, 170, because I know my role. I'm a 35er. But for me to be able to actually think I could beat Conor where he's at right now, I'm just being honest. I'm just saying the truth. I believe I could beat Conor McGregor. When your idols turn to rivals is a real thing, and that's, you know, I've always praised him. Even after he took a couple shots at me, I was still like, God, I tried to hate Conor, but I couldn't. Right now, not a huge fan of Conor. You know, the stuff that he was saying on Twitter, stuff that affected my life, really, like, and a lot of other people's life, and he's laughing at it, and then he goes and deletes it because he's on drugs, and people are like, hey, what are you doing? So, you know, I think Conor, yeah, we're not on great terms.
Francis Ngannou exposed Dana White's lies. So recently, Francis Ngannou addressed Dana White's claims. During a PFL fight conference, a reporter asked Francis about Dana White's assertion that Francis didn't want to fight Jon Jones. Ngannou responded by saying that, according to the UFC, Jon Jones was the one who didn't want to fight him. This came after Dana White had previously suggested on a podcast that Francis was afraid to face Jones.
Dana White said earlier this summer that Francis didn't want to fight Jon Jones. Can you clarify back then that you would have fought Jon Jones, and if that fight could happen, is it one you would still welcome?
Well, I think that's the new narrative, since he needs to say something either way, you know. But as far as I'm concerned, Jon Jones didn't want to fight for me, according to them. And so many times that we sit down on the meeting, I'm like, oh, it can happen. Jon Jones doesn't want to fight anymore. You know, like he lives in Albuquerque. He doesn't, he lives his small life. He has a lot of money in his bank account, you know. So I think the guy who controls the narrative can say whatever he wants.
Paulo Costa defeated Rampage Jackson in an arm wrestling match. Recently, Costa appeared on Jackson's podcast where they had an arm wrestling fun, and it was clear that Jackson was struggling during the match. See this clip.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Oh, Rampage! We have Paulo Costa and Rampage Jackson in a live arm wrestling competition. You see Paulo Costa's forearms, incredible strength. Rampage is holding. The girth may not pay off in this, but the stamina's at an all-time high with the secret juice.
Oh my God!
And it seems like the wrist turn. Can Rampage hold on? Paulo Costa's going for the win. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a battle of the ages. Rampage, you better dig deep. You better not lose right now, Rampage. Rampage, you better not lose. I got a whole house on you. Paulo, don't let him beat you. Watch his wrist. He's got a fight coming up. Paulo's wrist is bending backwards. Can he hold on? Paulo Costa may be losing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the F3 juice. And he's making a comeback. No!
This give me.
And still!
Jake Paul has an opinion on why UFC didn't make Jon Jones versus Francis Ngannou fight happen.
I love Jon Jones, but that's too much of a risk for Dana to take. Francis is one of the baddest, if not the baddest man on the planet. And so I think Dana's scared. I don't think he would want to do that, but the MMA fans want that. Doesn't everyone want that? But Dana never does anything for the fans.
So the question really is, if Renan Ferreira's able to better Ngannou on October 19th, does he become the guy to beat in the heavyweight division?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, that would be, first of all, a massive upset, but you know, obviously that could happen in combat sports. That's what makes this fight exciting is, you know, Ferreira being an insane competitor, but he would become the man. He would become the greatest heavyweight in MMA, but currently as it stands, Francis Ngannou is the man to beat.